All right, this is Jimmy. We're working in the shop today. We have been shut down pretty much, the house and the shop, for 6 days with no power and no water. Trying to just take care of home. Water came on, fixing water leaks. I know I'm not the only one, but all that's working out. But we're gonna update some things around here. Gonna try to start in a new direction. Figure out a way to heat a small area of the shop so we can do a fender repair. Here goes. All right, if you've been keeping up with us, you probably recognize this fender. We put a extension on it, and it's an aftermarket deal. Got a few more things we're going to do to it. Just wanted to, well, basically, I'd like to talk to you about what we're doing here and what we're trying to do. I know there's probably someone out there that says, well, you can go to a class and they'll teach you this and that. And I actually looked into a class and they were teaching people how to run $100,000 machines to straighten stuff out. Well, you can go and you can master those machines and you can come back and say, hey, I've got a certificate in this class or that class, because, you know, everybody wants certificates. But I want to tell you something. When you get home, when you get to your shop, you don't have that $100,000 machine. So what we need to do today is try to learn how to invest in ourselves and how to make a repair with our skills, because there's nothing like becoming a skilled craftsman and being able to take what you got and make the repair that you want to repair. And by trial and error, I'm fixing to show you what 40 years of trying this and trying that has brought me to an easy, simple way to make a repair. No doubt some of you may want to work at that car factory, but I want to be that custom fabrication guy, and I'll show you how. All right, I'm just working through a day in the shop here, but we can always, in the beginning, we'll have a plan. Now the plan might change, but we need to have some techniques that have tried and true. I always like to get me a few magnets together when I'm making a metal replacement patch, and instead of just trying to measure it out and cut a metal patch, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this piece of paper in here, pin it down with these magnets, fold it kind of pretty close. We'll trim it in as we go. The next thing I'll do is grind that fender back and see how much good metal I got to deal with. Maybe pleat the top of it. We'll just see how this goes. Right now I'm going to get this template ready, and then we're going to lay it over on the metal and get us a piece going. Alright, cutting this template out is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to make a break after this in the metal with our homemade break. And we're also going to do a little stretching with our homemade stretcher. Like I say, if you wanted to learn how to use those $100,000 pieces of equipment, maybe you need to get a class with Cornfield Customs or something. So we're not building new old cars. We're building custom old cars. And this is the lane that I operate in. All right, going just a little bit further here. This is the brake I was talking about. There we got a chance to paint it yet. Sure has been helpful. That reminds me of something. I talked to a guy one time. He was in business for himself. He said he'd always worked for the other man. He said one day he went into y'all might not even be familiar with what a Studebaker is. Went into a Studebaker shop. And he said, man, that Studebaker was on the showroom. It was the prettiest thing he ever seen in his life. And he was just admiring it, walking around it like, was wishing that he had it or something other. And he noticed a 3x5 sign in the back window of the car. And that little 3x5 sign, he eased up on it and read it. He said, that sign said, as long as you're working for someone else, you will never own this car. He said, and it changed his life completely because he had decided, instead of just meeting the status quo or doing the little factory job, that he was going to have something, he was going to build something, he was going to invest in it. I tell y'all to invest in yourself sometimes. But what I mean is have something, a skill that nobody can take away from you, and improve on that skill. And set some goals in your life. And if you want to have something, don't just settle for the status quo. Take that 3x5 sign to heart. You can have something, you can build something, you can be proud of something. You can do it yourself. You don't have to count on another man. Thought that was interesting. Alright, got my bend in here, but I don't really like my crease. I like to have a little better crease. Got my piece like I want it, so I'm gonna come over here and, as you see, I've grinded this back to where I can actually see where the good metal is. And I'm gonna do a cut and butt on it. We're just gonna move on through this. This is not too complicated. As long as you have a technique, and this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm gonna put the piece that I've made up here to replace what I'm about to cut out. But I'm doing a cut and butt. So if I push it up there and clamp it down real tight and cut the ends, then I can bump it in to where the face value would be even on the outside. Going to turn this at a 45-degree angle to make the gap smaller when you mash it down, and I'm going to cut it and butt it in. Now, as I'm going down through there, I'm mashing it down and tacking it. It's spacing it out to keep it cool, just going slow. All right, well, at this point, I think we're just going to go on and cut to the chase and show you what we come up with. All right. We got this 1970 Malibu. Got the patch in it. All right, ready to wipe a little fiberglass on it. But we're going to make another video with our finish work. But good solid repair. Hey, thank you for being with me on this thing. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Thank you for watching.